Meet Leo, a young farmer. His story absolutely proves how dedication and patience change everything, right? Leo inherited a small, rocky piece of land from his family. It wasn't much. His neighbors, who had vast, fertile fields, often looked at his plot with a hint of pity. They advised him to sell it to find an easier way to make a living. But Leo saw something they didn't. He saw potential. He believed in the power of his own two hands, so he began. Every single morning, before the sun even thought about rising, Leo was out in his field. His first task was clearing the rocks. It was back-breaking work. He'd spend hours under the hot sun, his hands blistered and sore, moving stone after stone. Some days, he'd only clear a tiny corner of the field. His neighbors would pass by, shake their heads, and say, "Leo, you're wasting your youth on this barren land." Did Leo listen? No, he just smiled, wiped the sweat from his brow, and kept going. He knew that every rock he moved was a small victory, a step closer to his goal. After months of relentless effort, the field was finally clear of the biggest stones. But the soil was still poor, dry, and compacted. So Leo's next phase of work began. He started enriching the soil. He learned about composting, gathering organic waste from the village, and creating rich, dark humus. He dug irrigation channels by hand, diverting a small stream to bring precious water to his thirsty land. This process took even longer than clearing the rocks. Seasons changed. Spring turned to summer, summer to autumn, and autumn to winter. Still, Leo toiled. While his neighbors were harvesting their crops and celebrating their immediate gains, Leo's field still looked mostly empty. He had planted a few test crops, but the yield was small. Doubts started to creep into his mind. Was everyone right? Was he just being stubborn? There were nights he'd lie awake, his body aching, his mind filled with uncertainty. It would have been so easy to give up. But then he would remember his vision. He would remember the feeling of the rich soil he was creating, the sound of water flowing through his handmade channels. He held on to his belief that patience was just as important as the hard work itself. He understood that great things take time to grow. Nature doesn't rush, and neither would he. Years passed. It wasn't 1 year or two. It was a slow, steady transformation. One spring, something magical happened. The soil, once rocky and barren, was now dark, moist, and full of life. The irrigation system worked perfectly. Leo decided it was time. He planted his main crop, a special variety of high-yield grain he had spent years researching. He cared for his crops with the same dedication he had shown from the very beginning. He woke up early, tended to every plant, and protected them from pests. As the weeks went by, his field began to look different. The shoots that emerged were greener, stronger, and healthier than any in the neighboring farms. When harvest season arrived, the sight was breathtaking. Leo's field, the one everyone had dismissed, was overflowing with golden grain. The stalks were heavy, promising a massive yield. His harvest was not just bigger than his neighbors. It was 3 times as large. The quality of his grain was so superior that merchants from the city came to him, offering premium prices. Leo didn't just have a successful harvest. He had built a foundation for lasting prosperity. His once barren plot became the most productive land in the entire region. He was no longer the poor farmer with a rocky field. He became a respected, wealthy man, not just because of the money he earned, but because of the character he had forged through his journey. He became a symbol of what's possible when you combine relentless hard work with unwavering patience. So, what's the takeaway from Leo's story? It's that your efforts today, the ones that feel small and unseen, are the building blocks of your future success. Like Leo clearing 1 rock at a time, every task you complete. Every skill you learn, every single day you refuse to give up, matters. Success isn't an overnight event. It's the culmination of countless hours of dedication when no one is watching. It's about having the patience to wait for your season to arrive. So, if you're feeling discouraged, remember Leo, remember his rocky field and his unwavering belief. Your hard work is not in vain. You are enriching your own soil, digging your own channels. Your harvest is coming. Just keep going, stay patient, and trust the process. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content that hopefully inspires and motivates you on your own journey. We'll see you in the next one.